A veteran member of the People's National Movement is warning that the party is in serious trouble, accusing its leadership of failing to address internal problems and becoming increasingly disconnected from its membership. Ashton Forde is also weighing in on the controversy surrounding San Fernando East MP Brian Manning.
A senior PNM stalwart is breaking ranks, with the party's leadership claiming internal problems are being allowed to fester and that members are now being forced to take their concerns into the public domain. Ashton Forde says the controversy involving Brian Manning is symptomatic of a wider problem within the movement. He references the issue of Arima Mayor Balaram Maharaj being allowed to continue in office after attending several UNC party events since they assumed office in 2025.
And while they allow Mr. Maharaj to continue to function as mayor, they come in after Brian. And I find it strange that they come in after Brian in a way unprecedented in the PNM, because they are allowing the chairman of the constituency, who is Assistant General Secretary, to run the show in the constituency, and therefore the constituency is almost non-functional because the party groups are not meeting.
Forde says the situation is affecting the functioning of constituencies and points to what he describes as a breakdown in the party's traditional mechanism for resolving internal disputes. He says that failure is also why more PNM members are now speaking publicly.
But on the whole, the PNM is in a state of heading to disaster under the leadership of Penny Beckles. Most of the constituencies in this way. People are saying why we are talking out now in the open, and we used to wash our dirty linen in public. And the reason for that is simple. We used to attend to the matters when matters came up.
Right.
But now, these people, Penny Beckles and Foster Thomas, are not attending to matters, so people speaking out.
Forde is also critical of the party's handling of concerns previously raised about Arima Mayor Balaram Maharaj. He says despite assurances the matter would be addressed internally, he has heard nothing from the leadership.
They never deal with it. Remember at a press conference he said they will call me in to talk, the leadership will call me in to talk to me and things.
But
They never call me. They never, but and that's the point. They are lying to the people, and they are doing things in an underhand manner.
Forde is accusing the leadership of operating without sufficient openness and says the lack of communication is fueling frustration among party members. The veteran party member, who says he has been a PNM member since 1968, is also challenging political leader Penny Beckles to become more accessible and more directly engaged with the party's grassroots.
And that is the issue with the PNM right now. They're keeping secrets, running things as if it's a private club, and having people really frustrated, and therefore we are in deep, deep trouble. And unless we take stock of ourselves and take some action, if they want to keep Penny, she just has to be more open.
Forde says the political leader also needs to be more visible in dealing with issues affecting the party at home, rather than focusing too heavily on external engagements. And he warns that continued silence could have serious political consequences. Forde ultimately links the Brian Manning controversy to what he describes as a broader lack of transparency within the party. The PNM, meanwhile, says the San Fernando East matter has already gone through an internal inquiry process and that action is being taken on recommendations made by that team. The party has also cautioned members against publicly ventilating matters that are before its internal structures. Forde says the leadership must restore confidence among the members by being more transparent, responsive and engaged with constituencies. Ravishi Tiwari, Ruparine, TV6 News.